Hello everyone. It is just me today, and I'm not sure how many I can get through because yeah, there's a reason I didn't talk too much on Friday. I had to get surgery and my lip is swollen still. So I'm gonna try and speak as much as I can, trying not to bite my lip to fuck up the stitches. And that's also why for the video next week, this coming week, if I'm slurring my words, that's why. Hello, Ham Sandwich. Hello, David. Hello, Black Templars. Hello, Jimmy the Cron. Hello, Lucifer. Also, congratulations on getting first Badger. And then Jimmy got second. Oh, hello, Nan. How you doing? Hello, Ernie. How you doing? Explains the accent. I think that's just the American accent. Also, how you been, pal? Fine. I've been good. Had to get surgery, like I was just saying. Also, what is it? If I have to, I might have to get up at some point during the stream because a bunch of deliveries are getting here to the house. I just got one just before stream started. So that's at least one out of the way. There's like 2 more. So we have a solid. I ain't the co-host. You shut the fuck up. Yo, shut the front door, you bitch. What's getting delivered? Well, none of your business for one. But I mean, the thing that got delivered that I was waiting for was the actual Metal Gear Rex that doesn't have the stupid battery thing on the side, which I still have to open to check if it doesn't. Does that mean you get a new mini if you're feeling better? Oh, believe me, I already did that. I did that because the mini came in stock on Friday. New Walking King, shut up. You shut the fuck up. I already did that. I got the Alpha Legion sniper. Made a great find in your local Warhammer store. What'd you get? What'd you get? Sprinklings? God, I'm old. Uranium cane. Why? Just why? Why you be this way? 1 left. Cecil's army box on the. Oh, nice. Automated wheelchair. No, not that either. Oh yeah. Also, it is the start of the month, so I'm gonna gift 5 people in the YouTube chat a membership. So if you would like a free membership, you should be in the YouTube chat. Although it's probably gonna do the stupid thing and give half to people that are here and the other half to people that aren't here. And my cat is being a little goober. Oh yeah, also another surprising thing too. I'm very surprised I did not have to pay any import fees for the thing I bought off of eBay, although I think that they actually made it so it has to be specific. Oh yes, it also is May the 4th. May the 4th be with everyone. You like Fate? Yes, yes, I do. I like the Fate series. Not like I cosplayed as King Hassan a long time ago. Magnus the freaking guy. Okay, you have 1 minute to get in the YouTube chat if you want a free membership to the YouTube channel, because then you get to see the new video early. And also you temporarily get access to the member section of the Discord if your Discord is linked to your YouTube. Hello, Kinamino. Hello, how are you? Hydrodominod. Yeah, oh yeah. Hydrodominatus, yes. But yeah, how's everyone's day going so far? So old like a skeleton. You shut up. My cat. Yeah, my cat. Yeah, my cat's being a little goober right now too. Got a little Space Marine 2. I'm having so much fun with my Vanguard Space Wolf. I'm surprised Space Marine 2 is actually getting so much free stuff. You didn't really miss much. I'm just the yapping part of the stream waiting for everyone to get here. But in, I think, 20 seconds, cat camera now. In 20 seconds, free memberships to the YouTube channel. The Discord started calling me Pepper. Annie, I think I started Dr. Pepper called the Cult of Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Yeah, also, I don't know how many of these I'm going to get through today. Because it is, of course, like I said, it's me by myself. And then also, Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying my best not to bite my lip when I speak. So let's see, skipped on Emperor's Champion. Okay, 5 free memberships coming right up. It is time. Let's see who gets it. Who gets the memberships? Who gets the memberships? Ham sandwich. I only recognize 2 of those people. Brain went to my mini. Well, ham sandwich got one. Oh, so did Squaller. They got one too. Okay, so 2 people in the chat got it. Or maybe 3, I don't know. I've seen Noble before, and I think I've seen Fox before, but not too often. But yes, that is that for the free memberships. So another 5 free memberships will be getting out at the start of... Hey, thank you, David, for the free gifted member. I mean, not for the free, for the gifted membership. Pilgrim X, I have not seen that person in a long time. I think so. Hey, thank you, Scholar, for the 5 gifted memberships. Oh, Prince Hades got one. I've seen Will. Seen Xeno once. There we go. Absolute Giga Chad. But okay, let us start with... Where is it?
Show us what you got!
Where we look at everyone's miniatures. You should do... I'm not good at... You're welcome. I'm not doing Twitch subs because that costs money. Waiting for my Prime sub to drop. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, Twitch, yeah, unless... If you guys didn't know, YouTube is better for streaming, sorta. Because, yes, they let you give people 5 free memberships. And also, Twitch takes 50% of your income, too. Unless it's bits. Which then charges people more to give the streamer more, which is kind of lame. YouTube just takes 70% off the top for everything, and not 70%, 30% off the top for everything. Which is way better than Twitch, because for Twitch, if you want to get the 70% back, you have to be a part of the partner program or whatever it is, and you have to get like a certain amount of viewers every single stream to apply for Partner Plus to get the 70% cut instead of 50%. And also just kind of Twitch is not great for discoverability unlike YouTube. Because YouTube's better because there's streams that goes off the streams that I do and then also videos. So honestly, I prefer YouTube as my preferred streaming platform. In all honesty. But yes, let's get to show us what you got. And also, for anyone that is here, if you did not put feedback or critique in your miniatures, I am going to be skipping them. Because that is the main thing you have to put, is you want feedback or critique. If I don't see any of that on your photos, you are getting skipped. So I would go back and fix that if you haven't already. Okay, so first up we have Baron. So, no, I said to pick up the Termi, but I got a better photo of it and the only one really done, feedback. So is this one not done either? Tyrant handy at it again? Nah. Who are you calling a tyrant? I am not a tyrant. If I was a tyrant, you'd be banned. And I guess that thing we discussed on, what was it? Was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. Then I guess you're not becoming a moderator, David. If that happens. Thank you for helping me actually start Warhammer and guiding me out standing still in the hobby like a thick dum-dum. You're welcome. Whoa, 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 relax. No, there's no relaxing here. No need to ban me. I should time you out for that. Don't relax. If you allow evolution, we shall overthrow the coast and put Ikbar in his deserved place. Well, here's the thing. He has his own channel that you guys should totally go subscribe to. I don't remember. Does this command work? I'm pretty sure this command works on YouTube. If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to Ikbar. I think this is the command. I don't remember a lot of my old commands. There it is. The command works. Darker 41st Millennium. Too many minis I want to show up, and only like a handful that are good. Well, you can show them off. You can show them off. All that I ask that is that they're completed is the thing. Ickbrod has 2. No, he only has one channel. It's just his one channel that recently hit 1,000 subscribers. And I'm also going to say thank you everyone that did subscribe to his channel to get him there. Because now he too can be monetized on YouTube eventually. Because I think he still has to get 4,000 watch hours. I think that would be... Depending on... I'm trying to think how many views that would be for one video just to get him there. Is the real handicap. That would be... I think... 20,000 views? I think is what it'd be. If he gets to 20,000 views on a video, that'll be 4,000 watch hours. I mean, I can just use one of my most recent video as an example to see how many watch hours that got. Okay, so never mind. It'd have to be about 40,000 views. Or from his older videos, they just have to... He just has to get like 40,000 views total in a year. Actually, let's go and stream that what you're working on. Yeah, not just Monday. Co-host Yapping. Shut up, David. Okay, yeah, let's look at some miniatures now. So yes, we have Baron with a jump pack lieutenant, I think, or just the sergeant from the squad, from the jump pack intercessor squad. If Prime sub won't work, I just do what I must. Prime sub should work. Yes, so we're looking at this. So first thing I am noticing is, well, I'm not gonna be too harsh on it, but paint's a bit chunky in some areas because they asked for feedback, not critique. So look at it. Absolutely, Giga Chat. Thank you, Lucifer, for the subscription on Twitch. Remember to link your this is just a reminder for everyone to link your YouTube and your Twitch to the Discord if you're in the Discord, because then you get access to the super secret member section of the Discord. And unfortunately, the 99-cent tier on YouTube doesn't get access to that because I can't do that on Twitch. Twitch doesn't allow me to do anything less than $5 for a membership. First, the 11th edition detachments are starting to roll out. Can't join the Discord. Okay. What, kitty cat? What? Hello. Hi. Hi, kitty cat. What you doing? Poor people confirm. No. Shows all the stuff GW sends them. I wish. I wish. Have you seen my videos? Jeez, I already leaked the new Butcher Surgeon. Wasn't that leaked like ages ago? Pretty sure that was leaked ages ago. No, I don't have the new 11th edition launch box. They're not going to send it to me. If I randomly were to get a YouTube, like an email saying, hey, this is GW, we want to send you the new box, I'd be like, okay, cool. And they'd be like, oh, you got to paint it like, because the thing is, usually the problem with YouTube, not YouTube, but GW sending people stuff, they only give them like a week to build and paint it. Has the new Red Terror. I wish. There's nothing wrong with not being able to get a YouTube membership or a Twitch membership. I just appreciate everyone that does, and I honestly appreciate everyone that also just shows up to streams and also watches the videos too. Because the thing is, most of like 90% of what I get from YouTube is all ad revenue, just from people watching the videos. And he hasn't. Yeah, I already read that. Okay. But yes, back to the miniatures from getting distracted from Cat and also the chat. Hate Xenos players? No, I don't hate Xenos players. Maybe the Eldar because they're those damn dirty knife-eared bastards. But yeah, paint's a bit chunky on the yellow. I thin it down a bit. Same with the white. I think all you need to do for this really is just thin your paints. We've seen this Terminator. Looks pretty cool. Word of advice. I think what you did is you did the weathering and then the decal. For the decal, hit it with some matte medium or gloss. Well, no, gloss. Hit it with gloss varnish because I can see the outline of the wash along the decal. Let's go from last time. Well, you posted it. I think you looked at it at another point. I don't remember. Where did we look at this? We saw this multiple times. So I'm like, I swear that I saw this before. Did I not make a separation for the thing? I'm pretty sure I did. Let me check something, because the last time I did this was the 20th. Last time this was the 20th. I thought, no. I think we did too. I think they just posted. Oh, so what, now I remember what they did. So they did was they just posted another photo of it because Ikbar was complaining about the like how it was out of focus and he wanted to see it better. That's what it was. Says week 6, yeah. So that's what it was. It's just this. They just posted another photo because the last photo was out of focus. Red Terror don't got an invul. Yeah, Red Terror is squishy. Very squishy miniature. And then they also posted another miniature, but it's not on a base, so I'm not going to look at it. And then Be Do Good, they posted works in progress. I think they posted in the wrong channel by accident. So I can't put that one up. But yeah, so this one, I'm going to give a pass on the... I'm going to give a leeway on the checkers. Because they don't have any points of reference and they're all over the place, of course. So this might have been their first time doing checkers. At least it heals itself, yeah. Well, it only heals itself if it kills something. So yeah, I don't see where the disconnect happened, where the paint was a lot thinner on this mini as opposed to this one. But what's your opinion on the new intercessors? A bit boring, really. Okay, so my opinion on the new box in general is that it is very, very mid or below. Okay, the Space Marines in the new box are dog shit except for the Jump Pack Chaplain. He is the only cool mini out of that entire box. New Land Speeder could have been its own thing. The new Intercessors are literally just the old ones reposed with new helmets. The Blade Guard Captain is literally a Blade Guard Captain they probably never released. And then... I don't remember the other units they got. The Librarian is okay. The Jump Pack Veterans or whatever the Jump Pack Veterans. Those just look like Jump Pack Intercessors. The Ancient. Oh yeah, the Ancient. Heavy Bolter guy. Okay, a lot of those feel like those should have been released on their own earlier and not in a launch box. Because I'm gonna call it now. When the Space Marine Codex comes out, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get another launch box. You know how like they've been doing for the past edition, where every unit, like every army gets a box with their Codex. I'm calling it now. There's gonna be another Marine one later on, maybe like in 6 months or so. That's gonna have a bunch of new Marine units that probably were supposed to be the ones in the launch box. Because all the ones in the launch box, I feel like were supposed to come out sometime during 11. And gadgets, they lack all the drip and have the dumb bolters instead of the cool ones. Christmas box. I don't know if they do new miniatures for the Christmas box. Well, whatever. But yeah, okay, so the Jump Pack Sergeant or whatever the heck this is, the paint's looking a bit chunky. Paint's looking a bit chunky. That's pretty much it. It's just thin your paints and it'll look a lot better. But it does look good. It'll look good from 3 feet away. Maybe also what I would do is get a very thin brush, because also some of your highlight lines are really chunky too. I can also see that on the checker pattern you didn't really fill it in all the way. Did it with NIDS and 10. The non-metallic metal looks nice. Yeah, that looks good. The only problem, like I said, is just it's a bit chunky. It's a bit chunky on the paint. The paint needs to be a lot thinner. Here's another pic of the Terminator, but yep. Thank you for sharing. Looks good.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, next up we have Bolter Brother. Very proud of this model. First time actually spending time doing non-metallic metal for silver and gold. Still looking for feedback and criticism. Don't hold back, please. Okay. So let's see. Let's look at the miniature. So your OSL looks pretty good. It's just, I think you missed some areas where it had to be. Like, it should have been a little bit more on the Crux Terminatus because it's only on the white, it looks like. You have to slowly glaze it over the entire surface that's right there. And I can see it in certain areas right here. If you're going to have OSL, it should be, I feel like, a little bit right here too, up towards the chest plate. You did the OSL okay up here. You shouldn't, because you got to remember the light is coming from right here, and I don't know why you have green high up on the helmet. It's like, I don't know. Here's the box in first year, 10th, 1 jump captain. 15 jump pack, and there's 1 ATV with the claw. Yeah, that's because that was the, oh no, these minis are not selling. Throw them in a Christmas box. No one wants them, especially the weathering. Yeah, they did a good job on the weathering. I think the weathering looks good. Your highlight lines could be a little less chunky too. Honestly, if you're gonna be doing non-metallic metal, where's... trying to find the non-metallic metal bits, unless they're on another picture, which they probably are. Okay, yeah, so the non-metallic metal looks pretty good for the start. I think what you did is you also, there's, I'm not really seeing like any blended colors. Well, I sort of see it right here, but you have to do it a bit better. Your paint has to be a bit thinner. It's looking a bit chunky, I can see in some areas too. All the grayish part, I can't tell. Looks more than like blending and whatnot as I'm looking at it. That doesn't read as metal on it. Yeah, for silver and gold. Okay, so I guess it is non-metallic metal. Oh, for some reason it doesn't read as it to me. Because you're still missing that one, like, bright... You know how... Because, like, how silver has a really, like, a high point. Looks like brushed steel, yes. So silver, usually if you grab something silver, it has to have a really high point. Like, and I kind of see it. Like, right here on the shoulder pad. I think maybe just one step brighter that's very thin. My bad. Nah, you're good. Would make it look a little bit better. But yeah, the Aquila looks fine in terms of how thin the paint is, although... Again, if you're going to do non-metallic metal, you have to do a little bit more color blending and transitions. Hello, Ivan. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome. What army do you plan or paint? Yes is a valid answer. But your OSL looks good right here on the legs. It's just up top. You don't want to have it bleeding onto the upper edges right here, if you can see my cursor. Because it's not, the glowing isn't really going to go up there. If this part was glowing, yes, that would reach right there. But the lenses would not get OSL this far up. So I'd fix that. But your weathering is also really good too. It's just you need to adjust how thick your lines are. Is I think what you need to do. Because I could also see it's kind of chunky right here on the shield too. And also paint the back. I can't tell if you painted the back of your shield either. Yeah, you didn't really paint the back of your shield. So I would paint the back of your shield. That needs to be painted definitely. Like you can just paint that silver if you wanted to. Because you also got to have either, if you want to paint the little nodes glowing, you can do that. But then you'd have to also do OSL, so I honestly wouldn't do that. This looks pretty good. I'm not sure if that's a decal. I think it is. And I see you tried to fix it. So if you want to do scratch marks on a decal, you need a really thin brush. Is what you need to use. So you want to use like maybe a panel liner brush or like a size 0 brush. Because if you want to do scratch marks over the decals, you have to do that. And then also just cleaning up the white that's on the shoulder pad too. Because I also see some white right here on the highlight. Again, the highlight looks a bit chunky too. So you have to you have to thin your paints. Your paints do need to be thinned a bit better. Because the white paint looks appropriately thin right here. Except for right there. But right here with the non-metallic metal brush steel look, that looks fine. That looks appropriately thinned down. Just the gold and some other areas, not really. You did good with... I'm not sure the... Actually, maybe it would. I'm trying to think if the OSL will go down here too. If it would reach down there. It might. Hello, Set Boom. How you doing? Welcome. It might reach down there. But your OSL, you're doing good on that. A lot of people just lay it on really thick. You're doing it in thin layers. You did fuck up the back. And yeah, it's just the OSL because I don't really think it would reach this this hip plate right here. It wouldn't reach right there. It would for sure maybe reach a little bit right here. I'm not sure about the lower portion of this. Because again, you got to look at it as if it's like slanted. Can you join? If you're in the Discord and you have to be over 18. Is that a new Panzer or German Panzer? I don't know. Because the Discord server is 18 and up. Ugh. And remember, if you join the Discord, please accept the rules. Read the rules. Wait, what? Did someone post a tonk in the show us what you got? Are you guys talking about a Panzer? What are you talking about? Panzerkampfwagen. What am I not seeing? What are you hiding from me? What are you hiding? But yes, agree to the rules if you join the Discord, please. Rated out of 10. So I would give this probably, I would say, do you want, what kind of out of 10 do you want? Do you want Golden Demon 10 or Local Painting Competition 10? No, the server thing must have overlooked it. So yeah, if your name isn't green, you didn't do it correctly. That's how you know. It's in the channel called The Rules. Local. So local painting contest, I would give, this would probably be one of the finalists in my opinion. I think the only thing you would get dinged for would probably just be that the paint is way too thick on the shield. That's the only thing I can think of. So this would be a tournament file. So I would give this like maybe like 7.5 or 8 out of 10. For Golden Demon, this would not get a commendable entry at all. I'm sorry. So you have to post it in the channel labeled "Show us what you got." And again, like I said, you have to make sure that your name is green because then you can't post photos. You have to agree to the channel. Find the channel called The Rules. So overlook the age thing. Okay. Cut a roof stinker. Okay. Golden Demons filled with superhumans, that doesn't count. Yeah. Actually, favorite chapter is that you chose to build them because they have more drip. They're one of my favorite. They are my favorite chapter, and also the drip is a bonus. But the drip is mainly what got me to like Dark Angels, because they got that drip. They got that drip. Okay. Yes. Thank you for sharing. Oh, excuse me.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay. Next up, we have Six Shot. They have a 3D printed box knot. 3D designing, printing, and painting my own classic box, not because I want a lower scaled accurate Dreadnought that doesn't cost a lot. Larger painted version is for school art projects. Smaller yellow unpainted one is lower accurate scaled one that is going to be painted in Salamander's colors. I can tell this is FDM printed, but is very nicely done FDM printed, I think. So they're immediately up there, yee. So your paint application is looking good. Decal application is looking good too. Because this is printed, I'm gonna give it a pass that you can't drill the barrels. Yeah, your decal work is pretty good. I don't really see the lines from the decal except for the skull one right here, the veteran honors, I think that is. We must name him. But yeah, if you 3D model this yourself, good job. Looks pretty good. The paint job was also pretty good too. Yeah, this is FDM. I can tell right there. I dubbed thee Dave. Is that a QR code on the left? No, that is that's a decal, an Ultramarines decal with the text. Okay, and then we have a lore size accurate Dreadnought. If only the Dreadnoughts, the box knots were that big. Please, GW, update them, make them that large, please. I will buy one. I need it for my Dreadnought collection. Because I own almost every single Dreadnought now, actually. Well, every chassis. Custom decal, Rickroll QR code. That'd be funny. Techmarine decal on it. Wait, where? Techmarine decal. That's also a Mechanicus decal in general, too. I know people use that for the Mechanicus decal. Okay, whoops, that went out too far ahead. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Not much to say about it. It's painted very nicely. Good job. And if there's nothing to say, there's nothing wrong with that.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, next up we have the One-Time Panda. Feedback, please. Couple Outrider squads. First squad's face is hot garbage. I want to try again, but waiting on new paint for it. Yeah, I was about to say the face is looking a bit rough. I can see that. The face is a bit rough. Be strong, brother. Outriders. I love Outriders. But yeah, other than that, these are looking pretty good. The gold looks pretty good. I feel like on the first one right here, you kind of could have done a little bit more blue on the front, maybe. Because it's looking a little bit like it's looking kind of unpainted compared to everyone. He's hanging in there, yeah. Maybe you should have painted that. Wait a minute, does the Outrider Captain get a Melta? Or is that just something you kit bashed on there? Not the Outrider Captain, sorry, Outrider Lieutenant. Or not Lieutenant, Sergeant. Is that just for funsies? Kit bash, looks like, okay. Hat spare bits, okay, so just rule of cool. Let's see what else. Wait, is that one up? Okay, so yeah, these handlebars are painted black. The other ones aren't, so I would fix that too, maybe. Some of the arms are also reposed. GW decided to make everything Primaris hovering except for the bikes, the thing that previously did hover in 30k. Morning stream. So Tony, show us what you got is usually a morning stream. Usually is. It just heavily depends. But depending on how long... Oh yeah, also again, sorry guys, but Ickbard is not going to be showing up. He had something important that needed to be attended to. He might show up maybe if the stream is still going in an hour or two. Let me check again. Let's see. Okay, so I just took a peek over at the welcome stuff. So Munkai I think you gotta wait maybe, let's see, 2 more minutes. Okay, never mind, your name's green. Mo needs to agree to the rules now. That's the only person that hasn't agreed to the rules, and they can do that probably another 10 minutes too. Okay. Have to show us what you got. Going back up to where I was. But yeah, so looking pretty good on this squad again. I would paint this a little bit more blue like these ones on the left and the right, because it's kind of looking like it's unfinished. Also paint the grips on the handles black too. Weren't so monopose. And also ass. Hello, Misfit, how you doing? Because Outriders are kind of doo-doo. Yeah, good decal work. Let's look at the second squad. Second squad is looking pretty good too. I like the kit bash bits he put on them. It's funny. That's fine. Not meta, not duck, not... Yeah, they're okay. It's just ATVs are kind of poop too. I see a mold line. Different arm posing. Yeah, I can see that. I think you need to put a bit of wash on this guy's face. Put some wash on his face, clean up the red that's right there, and then maybe go in with the original skin tone and highlight with that. It'll look good. Yeah, these are looking pretty good. You did a good job. The bases also look pretty good too. Very simple, but gets the point across. Thank you for sharing.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, next up we have Shotro. Feedback, please. Star Wars Legion commission for my friend. Still got over 50 minis to go, but want to share my progress. 50 minis? Jesus Christ. How much are they paying you for that much? Different arms. Second squad is all the normal parts, just added bits to the front. Ah, okay. Okay. So let's see. This is looking pretty good. I like it. Looks nice. Looks appropriately weathered. Although some areas I think are a bit too thick on the white paint. Maybe if that's supposed to be snow, because it wouldn't really accumulate on the little hip guard right there. But damn, that's a nice... I like... You're making me want to buy some Star Wars Legion minis now, because I like the ATST. It's looking pretty good, though. I like it. It's the Coke droid. Yeah, I like this. This is looking pretty good. I don't really have much to say about it, aside from maybe some areas of paint are a bit too thick. And jar for too long. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? Who starts a conversation with that? Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Just subscribing to the channel so I have something to watch while painting. Yeah, well, I do early streams at least once every 2 weeks. So we'll see if I do an early stream on Monday. It depends on if I wake up early. Well, actually, I might be doing something early Wednesday, so I'm not sure about that, actually. So we'll see. I first have to see how much video editing I get done before Wednesday. Ugh. Because I am also working on a video, too. Okay, David, so here's the thing. I'm working on maybe... I'm deciding if I want to get a new VTuber model, or if I'm just gonna... Well, I am, of course, gonna get a new like, an actual proper NecoArc mascot for videos done eventually. Like, little PNGs, kind of like how Mishmash does, or like how Paul does. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get one of those commissioned probably by Mrs. Ickbard. I still have to ask her when she can to do a little test one for me. And then if that looks good, I'll give her money to make a bunch of them. But we shall see. But yeah. And then eventually probably those amounts. Is mine not good enough? What do you mean is yours not good enough? You never made one. PNG tuber handy? No, I'm not. I'm gonna get probably another VTuber model. I'm thinking maybe if I'm gonna do the Neko Arc thing for the for the videos, I might as well get a VTuber model of it done too. Is what I'm thinking. Although I'm not sure if I can even do that. Start making shorts? No, that'll kill the channel. I would have to make a completely separate channel just for shorts. But yes, back on track. Okay, so then we also have some snowtroopers too. Yeah, I know, that's fine. But I'm saying that's fine. That's literally just my VTuber model with Neko Arc pasted over it. Inside of it. Separatist for Legion. I'm not sure of the design process. For some reason, the average battle droid is taller than General Grievous, and most of his models outside the base. That's weird. Plus, also shorts. You literally have to make one every day, and I don't have the attention span to make one every day. And I don't want to burn myself out too. Uh-oh, music paused itself. Where is La Musica? There we go. But yeah, so these ones, the paint is looking a bit thick. 1% pin in the jar. Yeah, these snowtroopers, the paint is a bit thick, so if you're gonna do snowtroopers again or just stormtroopers, I would thin the paint down a bit more. Or just get a completely new new white paint. I recommend Trooper White. Because Trooper White by Tooth and Coats is actually perfect for this. And also, Trooper White is the preferred white I like to use for painting white on miniatures. Aside from Celestia Gray for checker marks. Yeah, good start. Lines could also be a bit thinner for the highlights too. Because the cloaks, the lower cloaks, that the paint is thin enough on that. Yeah, thin enough on that. It's just the upper portion for the white is very... It's rough. I can see the texture. Other than that, oh, actually, also too, another thing. If you're gonna paint a white, if you're gonna paint a snow base, what I would do, I'm not sure if you got brown underneath that, but kind of looks like it. Co-host, shut up. Shut up, David. You shut the front door, you bitch. But whatever, yeah. So these are looking pretty good. The ATSD I really like. Makes me want to get one now. Thanks. Let's do a quick side quest real quick. Star Wars Legion ATST. That thing is 50 bucks. It's 50 bucks. What the fuck? Yeah, GW is highway robbery. What the hell? 50 bucks for that? That's highway robbery. If it was GW, they'd charge you like what? $100 or something like that? Take 3. Suggestion for what I could take for Tesseract Vault to work. Kind of want to take it to a tournament. Last of 10th edition, and I want to make it memorable. So, what was it? I think actually, what was it? The Tesseract Vault is actually... David, you can tell me this. Is the Tesseract Vault still meta? Because I think, or is that, am I thinking of the Doomsday Arc? It's one of the two, because I think it's the Doomsday Arc actually. 30k. Doomsday Arc. Okay, it is the Tesseract Vault. Doomsday Arc is something completely different. That is the amount now, yeah. Which is the one that isn't the Tesseract Vault with a Catan? Can't remember the name of it. Monolith, I think? Yeah, it's the Monolith is what I'm thinking of. So Tesseract Vault, I'm not sure. If it ain't Catan or Silent King, then who cares? Yeah, I don't know the Tesseract Vault rules. The battery Catan, yeah. I'm not sure how to put that on the list because I don't know the points cost and also don't really know the rules on it. But yeah, god damn it. You're really making me want to get this stupid ATST. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, Mo still needs to agree to the rules. Okay, next up we have... This is Ernie, like Hemingway. Feedback on your latest mini. Okay, so let's see. This is... Ickbard would be saying this is a showing off one, but I do see some areas that could use some work. 425 points. Nice Salamander. Yes, very nice. So, let's see. Let's look over it. It's looking pretty good. It's just I'm seeing areas that... Trying to think. So lenses look pretty good. The weathering is also good too. I think you could have painted this part that's holding the bones and the little reliquary. That, because I'm seeing right here you painted it like a reddish leather. And then it's green right here, so probably fix that. The base, I think the paints might be a little bit too thick. Destroy a wall, destroying his wallet by chasing the ATST, maybe. Maybe. Now, it looks like you also did a little bit of OSL, but not much. So I'd maybe do a little bit more OSL on the legs from the lava. Oh, that's weird. So the backpack right here is... It doesn't look like it's the same color as the armor. Or it's just beat to hell a bit more. Toughness 12, save up on a 2, 124, leadership 7, OC 8. Does it have an invuln save? Yep, I missed that based on the piece of that with earth texture paint. Huh? Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm saying like the yellow paint might be a bit too thick because I can kind of see a little bit of the brush strokes. Really good overall paint. Yeah, it looks good. It's a good miniature. Not much to say about it. You did good with the weathering. It's a nicely painted miniature as always. Just you missed that one spot. But yeah, looks very good. Very, very good. Very nice miniature. Very nicely done. Not much to say about it.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, next up we have Lika. Feedback on Uncle Festus. So you've been looking at this thing for a while in the what you're working on and also the members section, I believe. Are they in the members section? I don't remember. No, just in the what you're working on. But damn, this is a very nice looking miniature. Very, very nicely done. Although I think... Because did you use, what is it? Vallejo Stillwater, it looks like. Because if that's what you used, gross, good job, yes. So, I'm seeing texture paint flowing over and also the Stillwater effects not reaching the end of the base. So this is just recommendation for everyone that wants to use Stillwater or any clear resin effect for water effects. What you have to do is you have to create a barrier around the base. So what I would do is put some painter's tape all around the base, and then you start pouring in the still water effects. Because then what you can do is once that cures, the resin cures, you can just take it off and then it'll go around the entire base, and you can then paint the entire base rim black, and it'll look a lot better. And it wouldn't look as like weird as this. Because that's kind of distracting from the miniature. Well, at least to me. And also, is this hanging over a little bit? I think it is. Oh, it isn't hanging over much, so you did better than that. Ickbard would give you points for that. Good use of the Uhu glue. Also good highlighting and texturing, not texturing, color blending. Looks pretty good. Looks very, very good. I really like the way the leech is done. I don't understand how to take this good of pictures. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to have a light box, either a black light box or a white light box. And then you want to have one source of light. Rate it from a Golden Demon perspective. Golden Demon perspective, this would probably be in the running for, I want to say, getting like best in category maybe. It's just the problem is like, because you got to remember there are other miniatures I got to look at. So, because the reason I don't ever want to enter Golden Demon, or I don't really recommend anyone paint, like, unless you want to try it at least once, go ahead. Like, painting at a Golden Demon level, like the actual Golden Demon winning level, isn't really worth it. Because if you enter in the competition, all they're looking for is just minor mistakes and everything. Is all Golden Demon is. Golden Demon is, like, incredibly, like, just finding, is like nitpick demon. Golden nitpick is what it is. Golden Demon is evil, yeah. Because, like, say if this was for Golden Demon, like, oh, why didn't you highlight the log a bit better? That kind of thing. Or the mushrooms. Why didn't you do that? Why aren't the stalks on the base done better? Why isn't the grass, like, look nice as nice? You should have highlighted every single tuft or anything like that. But yeah, Golden Demon is very, very anal, so to say, about stuff. Nitpick Demon, nitpick... Shut up, David. But yeah, this would be a winner at a local competition. This would be first place. The hell time, guy. What the fuck, man? 10:30. Ickbard might be back maybe around 1. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, this Uncle Festus, your Festus mini is looking really good. I like it. Looking real good. Although, hang on. Okay, so I just noticed, I think the back part of Leech, maybe. I think you missed a bit of highlights, like right here. I can't tell. Take pictures as good as I have a camera that isn't a phone camera. No, actually, you can get pretty good pictures with your phone camera. There's multiple tutorials online on how you can get really good pictures with your phone camera. It's just all about getting the lighting correct. Because that's really all it is. You can have, like, not that great of a camera, and you just, like, get the lighting really good. Yeah, I feel like you missed a spot maybe back here for the highlighting. I can't tell. Maybe it's just not lit well enough. I mean, other than that, it's a very nicely painted miniature. You did a really good job. Oh, look at that. Also, the weaving for the wicker looks pretty good too. Brightness with like 5% even helps a ton. It that depends on what kind of miniature you're painting. If you're painting a miniature that's black or a really dark gray, you're gonna want a little bit more light to it, because then you can't see everything that well. How do you make the slug look slimy and damp? How hard? No, hard coat is the answer. Is not the answer, and neither is still water. So, I mean, honestly, what you can do is like satin varnish, and like you see how they did Uhu glue for like certain areas. But you can still use, like, satin varnish works fine, because satin varnish is the in between of matte and gloss. Maybe your phone camera, mine got messed up by getting dropped. Yeah, that's probably it. Because like I can show you guys an example of like. No, not that. Not that. Let me find a photo that I took the photo of trains that I took with my phone. I'll show you. Where is it? This one? Yeah, I took this photo with my phone. Ah, it's covered the entire screen. I took this photo with my phone, and it only looks that good is because the lighting at my club is because we have appropriate lighting. Although it is a bit blurry because I don't know how to adjust the aperture on my phone. I think I do have another, like, good photo from the club using my phone. Or this... No, that's my camera. I think I took some... Yeah, this is a photo I took with my phone. You can still tell how stuff is kind of out of focus, but the lighting is what helps sell it. Blurry as fuck. Shut up, David. But yeah, it all depends on just the lighting. Lighting is what sells it. We're taking good photos. Like, even a light bulb with a little, like, piece of white paper in front of it works just fine, too. Or a white sheet. Because you want to have a filter to diffuse the light and spread it out. But yeah. Very, very nicely done. Looks real good. Thank you for sharing. Okay, it's time to load up a bunch more photos.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay. In the meantime... So how's everyone doing today? 9 times out of 10, if you aren't getting good photos with your phone, the lenses are smudged from being on your pocket. Yeah, that's another thing too. Always make sure to clean the lens on your phone, on your camera lens. Okay, let me take a look at the welcome stuff again. Okay, we got some green. Everyone's names that joined are green. So let's see. Let me check it also. Let me also go back and check to make sure people actually put they wanted critique on their stuff. So no, that one doesn't have it. That one doesn't have it. Okay, so open up some more. Yeah. Again, how is everyone's day going? 2K points of stuff to send. Help. That's your own fault. Hold an umbrella to diffuse light when I take pictures of these. He's screaming at a decal because it won't lay flat on pauldron. Ah, so depending on what decal you're using, you might have to cut some, like... You have to, like, put cuts in the decal in order to get it to fit nicely on it. Okay, also, I'm gonna say, I've said this before, but if you're going... Show us what you got is for finished minis. So sorry, Odysseus, if you're here, I'm not gonna look at it. Minis have to be completed for show us what you got. Because we're not just looking at how well you can paint the miniature, but also the base too. Sorry. Is there texture paint on that? I can't tell. Okay, they just did the I'm gonna paint the base a couple colors and call it done. That's fine. Damn, those are some big ass photos. Holy fuck. God damn, Lika. They posted another miniature in here and I'm like, Jesus Christ, making us look bad. Not gonna look at Dokos because they didn't paint this. Fulgrim, do you want critique or feedback? You didn't adjust it. Oh, I see a critique, please. Chapter. Okay, just working on some crew. Nice. Out of 4 submissions, the 4th has gotten the most mixed grades. Oof. It's going awesome. My lovely girlfriend got me a box of Vanguard vets and Raven Commander. Oh, nice. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. I got a really cool Jurassic Park comic 1983. I'm a Jurassic Park fan. Nice. Ham, have you been here when on my why I don't like the Jurassic World series rant? Have you been here for that? I feel like you might have been here for that. Because every now and then that comes in. Okay. Figglebottom Fumbler, I can't... There's no critique on yours or feedback, so I can't... I'm gonna skip yours unless you're here and you put that... You edit it, so... A lot of these are the same photos, so I'm not gonna Look at these all of them Black Templar for that. Only need a few photos. Like, another thing too, guys, is when you take photos, you only really, like, 4 is really all you need. You don't really, like, if it's, like, for say this one, like, Black Templar Enthusiast posted, like, a Land Raider and Rhino. You don't need to do, like, multiple photos, just slightly different angle. Yes, that is the name of someone. Only Jurassic movie is the first original. Is a copy moment. Is like, shut up, David. I'm not that handicapped, you motherfucker. I can still throw hands. Buttery cheeseburger. Jesus Christ, sometimes I forget what names people have in here. A lot of photos. I feel like at this rate, Ickbard might just be back. And people are still posting miniatures. That's enough for photos of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was good. Okay. Munkai, do you want critique or feedback? If you're still here. Bounce back, kid. Show a mini woo. Yes. Focus on my Tyranids army or my Marines. I have Deathwing Knights coming and also a box of Ravenous Kill Team, but I'm stuck on what to buy next. If you're not sure, what you can do is roll a dice. He doesn't need to throw hands. He got Freedom Blasters. Yes, that I lost in boating access. Legion, best Legion. Recall blow handed. No, it wouldn't. Shut up. David, I can handle guns. Both. Okay. So I'm guessing Munkai is Seth Boom then. But yeah, for those that joined, it's a rule from like now on. You have to have critique and feedback in the title. Well, not in the just in the text for what you posted. So that way we know like what we're actually doing. Because if none of that is there, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna. We're just. It's just gonna get skipped. Okay, so first up, let me also close out all the old ones. Only does I end up buying a Saturn and Nemesis for one mob. Be careful about that, lol. Yeah. Well, no, they're asking what, like they're not sure what they want to paint next. So what I would do is just roll a 6-sided die or a D3 if it's like 3 models. I guess so. You're folding over 9 little recoil. Oh my god. My guy, I own an AUG. That ain't happening. I have shot 7.62. I've shot 30-30. I've shot 5.56, 9mm, 45. What else? 300 blackout. One thing I still have not gotten a shot that I want to shoot is oh yeah, I've also shot 7.62. I want to shoot 50. Later, Blackburn. Have a good rest of your birthday. But yeah, the next thing it's funny the gun store. Those are sissy rounds. The weird bullpup thing. It's not weird. It is a bullpup. Doesn't count handy. Do I have a photo on me of it? Do I have a? I think I have a photo of my pew pew. Yes, I do have a photo of it. You guys get to see... Well, this is an older photo. It's been kitted out a bit more. Yes, I have a pew pew. There you go. My fucking old chair that I also threw out months ago, too. Well, actually, you guys can't see it. I should probably show it because I opened up everything. There you go, you guys. You get to see I own a pew pew. There you go. Bullpups are kind of cringe. The only bullpup that isn't cringe is the AUG and the F2000. Everything else is cringe. Well, I just showed them. A weird looking boat paddle, yeah. But yeah, since I've had that, it's had multiple upgrades to it to make it better. Austrian service weapon, and also the Australians too. The Australians use it, and also surprisingly... Hello, it's 11 p.m. Jesus Christ. Also, surprisingly, what's funny too is that I found out that there's a couple police agencies in the US that actually use them. Must tell, it's nice looking. Yep. Well, the funny thing too is that, like, everyone's like, the trigger on it is like really bad. But the funny thing is, you don't really... Because I wanted an aftermarket trigger on mine, so I got an aftermarket trigger to like make it feel better. But the funny thing is, though, you don't really need to... You don't need an aftermarket trigger. You just have to adjust the trigger linkage. That's it. And then the trigger won't be as mushy and there won't be as much take up. But haven't we bullpupped the AK yet? I don't know. The hell is your name? Huh? More normie air popcorn. Oh no, I am too. I like AR, like AR-15s. I'm fine with those because I have one too. Because that was actually my first rifle, was in Diamondback AR-15. I like them. I'm fine with them. The problem is because, like, the problem is you guys have to remember I'm handicapped, so I can't exactly hold up normal rifles that well. So a bullpup is honestly best for me because they're more well balanced, and also more of the weight is towards the back, so it should sit. I said shits. So it sits on my shoulder, so it's easier to handle too. 11 p.m. is too early unless you're ancient and old like any. What do you mean 11 p.m.? I usually go to bed at like 1 a.m. Just a skill issue. No, it's called being handicapped. Laws and don't need one. I have muscular dystrophy. That's why the channel is a play on words for handicap with Revan's Handicrafts, and the channel banner is also a play on the handicap logo. But okay, yes, let's get back to the miniatures. This guy is old. Back to the miniatures. So we have another one from Panda. Feedback critique, please. Saturnine Dreadnought kit bash with the arms of weapons from a Nemesis Dreadnought kit. That's gotta be expensive. First go at marble as well. 9 Dreadnought painted so far. I need more. A few little bumps on the gold shoulder trim were left over from the process I used from the marble. Tried to get as much off as I could, but I did miss a few, sadly. Cat by a handicap miniature painting VTuber. Oh, wait. Did I get a delivery? Okay, no, it's not here yet. Have you tried submachine? Okay, so here's the funny thing, too. I have held an MP5. I can sort of hold it up. I can hold it up just fine. I am probably thinking of getting a Vector. I'm most likely going to be getting a Vector. This is what I'm probably going to get. This is my next purchase. Unless I somehow manage to save up $3 grand for the F2000 at my local gun store. Or like I just get that one YouTube video that pops off like massively and gets like over like 300,000 views or 200,000 views in like the span of a week. Let me guess, AI for your name, huh? When Gallade Avenger. I mean, if I could, I would get an MP7. Seen enough 2000 IRL. I have, my god, it is as glorious as it was in the video games. I wanted it. I wish FN still made them. FN honestly should start making them again. Just for like civilian market, because then they won't be 3,500 bucks. They'd be like maybe 1,500, like the AUG A1, like the AUG, what is it? I think it's at the A3 M1. Well, actually no, it's at the A3 M2 is the newest version. I have the A3 M1, I think. I don't remember. You should also... You mean like Vector from Despicable Me? Hello, Rev. How you doing? Yes. Okay. Back to we got it back to the minis. We've been sidetracked enough. Somewhere in H&H and MV7s. Ooh. I gotta get me one then, depending on how much it is. I gotta save up for that. That would actually be perfect for me, probably. I'll be sleeping for listening to Grim Reaperless in the rain Japan by giving everyone a gun in the game. See me found $50 and a bag of flaming hot Cheetos. Loggins are using the Gallade is about home defense weapon. Yes, just like the cannon. It's gonna be costly as fuck. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be $2,000. Okay, but yes, enough getting sidetracked. Back to the miniatures. Okay, so we have a Saturnine Dreadnought Kit Bash by Dumb Panda, and it's looking pretty good. I think these are a bit too thick. So I'm not sure if that's the original gold color or you went another gold color. Did you do that? Is it the original gold color you used to highlight, or did you go one step brighter? Enough autism, yes. Autism. I have autism. Autism and autism. Looks clean enough. Armor for win, yes. But yeah, you did good with the marbling. I like that. I can't really see what you meant by leftover bits on the armor. Missed some wash on there. Ah, okay. Okay, oh, it's the same gold color. Okay. Okay, that's good. So maybe be a bit thinner with the highlights too. So that I would do. Part of this part of that got scraped off. You should probably fix that. Part where the tabard is got scraped off. You should definitely fix that. The blue looks pretty good. Marble looks pretty good. I would maybe fix the lenses right there because you got some spillover onto the face. Decal work, pretty good too. Sword is looking pretty good. I mean, the only mold line or gap. Only thing I can see that like I got some unique on it. I'm sorry, what? I'm not letting that through. I mean, yeah, it's looking pretty good. I don't really see what you meant by like stuff from the marbling. This could have been a bit more blue, probably. A bit too dark. That's someone else's. That's the next thing. Yeah, I'm not really seeing the thing you meant by like there was marbling that spilled over. Maybe right there, yeah. I mean, bumpy gold out the right shoulder. Front right shoulder or rear right shoulder? Oh, right there. Yeah. I mean, what you can do is, if you ever get that kind of texture, just get your hobby knife and scrape it off and then paint more gold over it. Yeah. Because that's what I do. I just take my hobby knife and just scrape it off with the back of the blade. And then paint over it again. And it looks just fine. Yeah, this is a good Dreadnought. Looks pretty good. Really cool kit bash too. It's just people are now going to be asking, is that your Nemesis Dreadnought? Thanks to Pete the Wargamer. What I did with most, just missed that little bit. Ah, okay. But yeah, it's a good kit bash. Very nice Dreadnought too. You did a good job. I just realized too, for the last throws that you got stream, I didn't timestamp it. I forgot to do that. I probably should. I'm not gonna go back and do it. I'm too lazy. I'll do this one probably later today.
I like what you got. Good
It's
job.
not as damaging as surrounding paint. Yeah. Moon transfer was asked a few times. It was Grey Knights. Yeah. Now that's a good loyalist dread. Okay, David. Okay, David. Gonna be that way. Thank you for sharing. Very good job. Good job, Panda. Okay, next up we have Ham Sandwich. Critique and feedback. Finished my bike, boy. The chain sword is the best one I've made, and yes, I put the mini down. Do the voice. Put the mini down. Okay, let's see. Really heavy on the weathering. That is a good chain sword, too. Yes, that is a very good one, although... yeah, it's fine. Also make your neighbor call the police. Okay. Kind of did overdo it on the lenses, I'd have to say. But the white paint is smooth. You did good with the contrast paint for the recess shading. That picture's a bit blurry. He's in a demolition derby, yeah. Your base also looks good too, although... Sorry. I think you missed the spot back here, unless... I'm trying to see. I don't know if you missed the spot back there for the rock. Can't tell. Yeah, there... Oh, excuse me. Another thing too is if you're gonna do weathering like this, you kind of want to get it everywhere, because it looks kind of weird that the white paint is coming off and like it's muddy or whatnot, and the red is untouched. So you might want to fix that too. Because yeah, you see how his armor is all dirty? It makes no sense that the red is untouched. So you want to make it cohesive. I mean, if you want to do this heavy weathering, that's fine. It's just, for me, it's a bit much. Yeah. Well, yeah, everything else looks pretty good. Decal work looks good. The white paint is very smooth. Okay, later. Smooth white paint application. The red isn't chunky either. It's a nicely painted bike. You did good. Again, just maybe go a little bit easy on the weathering. Make sure it's cohesive. And then also, the lenses, you don't need to... If you're going to do OSL, it's not really going to reach up here. Handlebars is funny. Oh yeah, I just noticed that too. The muddy look versus the paint chipping everyone does. Yeah. The muddy look is fine. It's just like I said, you might have gone a bit... They might have gone a bit too heavy on it. David is fake and a charlatan. Okay. Yeah. It's a nicely done bike. Good job. You did a good job.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, next up we have... Loza. Finished. Custodian's grab tank. Feedback from T, please. Second attempt at OSL. More tone down on the lighting. Parts of be a sports car guy, he'd lose their minds with a small smidge of dirt, probably. Okay, so first things first. Yeah, you might want to... Okay, so decals. Everyone's psyop. No, I'm not. So decals. If you want to use decals on this large of a surface, you got to do gloss varnish first. David is a Fed, probably. But yeah, you got to put decals. I mean, sorry, for the decals, you have to put down a coat of gloss varnish, or else because look how it stands out from the rest of the paint. So you have to do a coat of gloss varnish if you want to do decals. The OSL. Oh god, thank god I got the resin grab tank. Why did they do that? I do not like how GW designed this. It should not have been in 2 parts right here. That looks ugly. Okay, back to the miniatures. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. Decals, you gotta do gloss varnish. There's a bit of overspill from purple on the gold right there, so go back and fix that. Favorite FBI agent. OSL is okay. You did fine on that. Microset was Michael Solid fix those equal. I found that it fixes that, but the problem is then that you have a really the decal is still noticeable with the what is it? With the ghosting of the decal. It's still very noticeable. Okay. Holy mold line, real GD shouldn't have made it that way. It's very... Well, no, that's not a mold line. That is, that's because it's in 2 parts. So I'm glad I did not get it, because it would have driven me insane, because I would have had to sprue the entire thing and then fix it. So it doesn't look that way. Because GW is stupid. Yeah, this thing mostly just needs the decals to be fixed, maybe, if you haven't varnished it yet. Go over it with Microsol, Microset, and it might fix it. GW's choices. Yeah, this is mostly just cleanup, and maybe... Yeah, it's mostly cleanup. Cleanup, and then it'll look pretty good. It has a very good tank. Okay. Next up... Well, actually, first, good job.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, next up is Lika making everyone feel inadequate. And also, yeah, bit of the speed paint to get this ready for a competition tomorrow. Revisit it at some point to add a bit more to the grime to the armor. Feedback. My guy, this is a speed paint. This is a fucking speed paint. What the hell? You're making us all look bad. So I can see you also missed a bit. You missed a bit of the trim on his face. It looks like inadequate. They can make everyone feel inadequate. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. I'm gonna steel chair that defiler. Did I miss it? No, you didn't miss it. We just did it. We did it a bit earlier. Well, yeah, you did miss your review. What I said was you gotta go get. I would go a bit easier on the weathering, and also the red on the bike. You want to make it cohesive, and it looks weird that the bike is weathered, but the red part isn't. And also your OSL could be a bit neater too on the lenses. Maybe that means he's 80 hours work, not 100. Yeah, making us all feel bad. But this is even the texturing they did right there too. What the hell? Lungs in museum. Fleshy bit is inspiring the plasma. Breathes heavily. Yes. My God, just look at that. But yeah, I can see it's like some parts aren't painted. Like the hoses right there aren't painted. That is a very nice muzzle burn effect. And also I think some areas of the armor are a bit dirty and need to be touched up a bit too. For first speed paint, goddamn, this already looks like it's completed. My God. Not really much to critique or feedback, aside from areas that need to be painted. And also areas that need to be cleaned up because you got some overspill from the Nylic oxide and also the green getting onto the bronze. Needs fixing taupe. Yes. Well, like I said, there's some areas that do need to work. Like they said, they're missing a bunch of the weathering, and I think that's what it's also missing too. Because it needs to be weathered a bit. Because some areas look good, and then other areas look flat. But goddamn, that's a nice miniature. Very good job for a quote-unquote speed paint.
I like what you got. Good job.
The pink light. What'd you come back to? You came back to Talika making us feel all inadequate on our painting skills. I want to cope by saying it's just the lighting. I mean, even the base looks good too. It could be the lighting, but still. Maybe it is the lighting, but still, it's a nicely painted miniature. Because, I mean, just look at the fleshy bits. They took the time to draw the veins and stuff. It looks pretty damn good. Yes, thank you for sharing. Okay. First Imperial Fists model. Like some feedback on what I could do better. Also the right eyes. Man, I need another coat. Okay. So, thin your paints. And also, you went a little bit heavy on the wash in some areas. We're looking at a Golden Demon type level mini, yeah. Kobe, that shit is amazing, yes. So you need to thin your paints, and the wash is a little bit heavy. And I don't know why, but why does it look like the lens is popping out of his eye? I am trying to go easy on them, because it's the first Imperial Fist mini. Because this is, I believe, the free mini you get for when you go to the store to paint. Black Templar, I should, do you mean by Leeka is better than me, or this? Because, I should hang you for saying that in Minecraft. Okay, so, yeah, if you want to do decals, get some Microsol and Microset, because the decal is not on very well. You gotta also clean up a few areas, too. But yeah, this is more or less just thin your paints, and you gotta do some cleanup. Thin your paints, do some cleanup, and the decal, you need Microsol and Microset for that. Other than that, good job.
I like what you got. Good job.
Oh, because I have. Oh, sorry. I have. Let me turn that. Let me turn that off. Uh-oh. No. What's going on? I turned DVR back on. Primer's also a bit fuzzy. Public hanging. Well, I think that might just be that because like this is one of the minis the GW store gives you, because when they give you a mini to paint at the store, it's gonna be primed by them. So it'll be primed by them. So it's probably just that. Minus points from being Imperial Fist. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so thank you for sharing. Next up we have Fulgrim's Top Guy. Critique, please. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. Upload this as a video later so you can go back and... Well, no, the thing is, these always stay up. I always keep the Show Us What You Got streams up. I always keep the Show Us What You Got streams up so that way people can go back and watch them. Because not everyone can always make it to stream. Okay, so first things first, you gotta paint the belts. The belts are not painted. The leather isn't painted, it's purple. Why is it purple? Then also the little tassel right there too. You got some areas that are unpainted that need to be painted. But your brushwork is fine. I mean, well, actually there are a few areas that are a bit chunky on the paint. So maybe fix that. Fix the areas that are chunky on the paint is what you need to do. Yeah, areas of paint are a bit chunky. Paint in some of the things that you didn't paint. Then for this one... Why is his hand the same color as the sword? Like the color scheme though, yeah. The color scheme is good. Why is his hand the same color as the sword? I think that needs to be fixed. I'm not sure if that's intentional. But yeah, that needs to be fixed. I'm not sure about the lenses on this. They should maybe be colored. I don't know. The bases on them look good too, though. And then we have a side by side. And the caption was 5'11" versus 6 foot. Yeah, this maybe a bit of texture paint on this part of the base too is what I would do. Handle and the fingers are both supposed to be the same stuff. Okay. Maybe a bit of texture paint on the base right here. Because it looks weird that it's just plastic. Pastel colors harder to paint in your opinion? Yeah, they are. So yeah, you need to get some texture paste right here. Because the bare plastic is not very good. You don't want it to be bare plastic, I mean. So yeah, a little bit less chunky on the highlights in some areas, a little bit less thick. But other than that, it looks good. Oh my god, okay. Thank you for sharing. Ugh.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okie dokie. Next up we have Black Templar Enthusiast with a lot of miniatures. Just want feedback. Okay, this one is an issue, I think, of doing too much, not doing dry brushing appropriately. Dust your chair. Yeah, this is the dry brushing is a bit rough. Dry brushing is a bit rough. I think you didn't really need to do the entire fist blue, and then you need to also work on cleanup too in certain areas. Because when you're dry brushing, you just want to hit the edges. You don't want to have too much paint on your brush. And then, like, if you get too much overspill like this one, you can go back with the black paint and fix it. And some areas of paint are a bit thick too, where it's not dry brushed on. Yeah, I think they're new too. I'm pretty sure they're new. I think they posted something in what they were working on. They said they were new. Why are you blue? Yeah, this needs a bit of work. It needs work. Land Raider. This is gonna be another one of the it needs work things, because not really. The OSL is okay. OSL's okay. Again, the paint is going on a bit thick with the dry brushing. I don't think. Okay, so the blood on the tracks right here is not needed, because if you hit, by the time the tracks get to the back of the tank, there's not going to be blood on the treads. So that's not really needed. Yeah, it's a bit thick on the paint. I think you went a little bit too heavy on the blood. Yeah, blood is a bit too heavy. You just want a little bit on your brush, and then you flick it with a toothpick. Well, there's a lot of blood. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is another one of the things where it just needs to be cleaned up. And also work on the dry brushing. I recommend against another one of. Okay, this one's a bit too thick on the texture paste now. On the treads. Texture paste is a bit too thick. Blood on the sides look great, front a little bit too uniform, yeah. Change things if you like the red hot not being dirty is something I never thought about. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, so yeah, this one is another one of it needs just a lot of these, all of these need work. And again, you're going a little bit too like heavy on the blood. Kind of let it dry. Yeah, a little bit too heavy on the blood. Texture paste, too heavy on that on the treads. You didn't need to do that. And then, yeah, this is on wrong. This is not correct. You put this on wrong. This should be flipped on the other side. Taking to help make straight lines, but good job attempting for Ian. Yeah, less is more. Yeah, indeed, less is more. Because if you put too little, you can always add more. If you do too much, you kind of can't take it away. Hello, Matt. How you doing? Interesting Land Raider. Yep. I'm not sure if you've been here for this, Matt, but this is a new thing I'm doing every other Monday, where we look at everyone's miniatures that are in the Discord server and give them feedback and critique. Yeah, so honestly, this one is, all these ones are just, you need to go a little bit easy on the blood, and you also need to go get it easy on, like, maybe the texture paste in some areas, and dry brushing is a bit too heavy. Right, yeah. Yeah, good job.
I like what you got. Good job.
So far, we haven't gotten anything that warranted
Boo! Not cool.
which is good. Any sniffing everything out. They're asking for a critique. They wanted feedback, so I'm getting it to them. Orc side of me speaks when painting at ye. Okay, so feedback. Relatively new to painting. And they chose Thousand Suns. Very brave, very brave. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is a stylistic choice to give it a cell shade. God damn it, it's hard to say certain things with the fucking surgery on my lip. Okay, I'm not sure if they're going for a stylistic cell shaded look. But if they aren't, you need to be a bit thinner on your highlights. But other than that, it looks pretty good. And very brave doing Thousand Suns if you're just starting. Excuse me. Need to drink some water. I just realized too, I never turned the throwing program on. Whoops. I should probably refund those to Rev real quick. Crazy army choice. Yup. Just ducky and jellyfish. I got a refund. And for Jimmy too. That. Trev did that. Lucifer did that, so we get back points. Jellyfish. Okay, everyone on Twitch got their points back. Yeah, crazy army choice. Thousand Suns is great. Yeah. So is it supposed to be cell shaded? Is it supposed to be cell shaded, or is it just like your highlights are a bit rough because you're just starting? And it's fine if you're just starting too. Trying to make Candy Coat the same shade as Ink by Darkness leaves in my mind, but my brain won't let me comprise said help. So have you tried silver, and did you try using a Tamiya paint? Harder to paint, one of the hardest actually. Hey, Pokemon's on W Orange yeah. Kinda. Okay, so all you really need is just the brush. You just need an actual like paint brush that isn't a synthetic brush. Because everything else looks fine. Maybe it could. I can't tell if you put wash on the gold, but the gold could maybe use a little bit of wash. Go for the style. I'm trying to work on it. Yeah, you got a good grasp of thinning your paints, which is good. Which is really good actually for just starting and also doing Thousand Suns. Prime gold, that helps. I am kind of against priming a metallic color for gold, because GW's gold primers tend to be very, very chunky. And you can even tell from this that the gold paint is a bit chunky, but that's because GW's golds are just chunky in general, because they don't grind down the metallic flakes like enough. Which is my main issue with GW paints. But other than that, it looks real good. Use other brand brushes. Why I'm saying don't use synthetic brushes for highlights is because they separate really quickly, and also if you need a fine point over time, the synthetic brushes, they lose their fine point because it can't hold a fine point like a real hairbrush can. Nice, but isn't cheap. And also you have to make sure that automotive gold spray doesn't eat away eat away at the paint. Not the paint, sorry, the plastic. But yeah, other than that, you did a really good job of it, being one of your very first miniatures. Being relatively new to painting. So just work on your highlighting and maybe put like I think it's washed, can't tell. Like depending on what kind of wash you want to use, maybe go a little bit not too heavy on it, but like get a little bit more in the recesses. Alkaline metals are amazing if you have an airbrush. W mini really, yes. And also you did a good job with the base too. Really good base. Yeah, good job.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, next up we have from Bolter Brother. Use some. Is this another one? Yeah, it's another one. Use some makeup eggs on this. This is our first time doing this, so don't really hold back. Thank you. Okay. So it looks pretty good. It washes, does wonders. Yes. I mean, it looks real good. Maybe I would clean up the face a bit, because this part, like, you have a little bit of paint that's like not paint. Like, there's no paint down here really, and also on the crest too, and it looks like it's all blending in together, and you might want to fix that. But I like the cloak. Looks pretty good. Maybe also dust off the miniature a bit next time too. But I mean, for being your first try with the sponge brush, it looks pretty good, and I can't tell if that's painted right there. Okay, it is painted. Tried to highlight, but I had a can of monster. I see. My hands can't stop shaking. On me, wait, so is this yours? So Cy Young, are you Bolter Brother? It's kind of hard because YouTube did the stupid thing where we see everyone's ads now. Oh no. Oh. Okay, we're back. Holy shit, that was close. Internet connection dropped for like a second. But yeah, this looks just fine. Maybe also, I would go a bit thinner with if you want to do OSL. Don't go as heavy with that. You just want it to be a glow, not look like a highlight that's right there. You might want to fix that. Yeah, you definitely want to fix that. Other than that, it's a nicely painted miniature. You did good.
I like what you got. Good
You
job.
get the prayers to the Messiah. I need another purity seal for my computer. My computer needs another purity seal. Yeah. I have one purity seal. I think I need to get another one. Well, I need to get another purity. I need to get 2 more purity seals. I need one for my PC, and then I need one for my internet router. 500 purity seals, yeah. Brother Puritus. He's just covered in purity seals, if anyone's ever seen that funny little 3D print. One for the... I don't have a wheelchair, you motherfucker. Hang on. Oh, see it. Okay, I need to check something real quick. Sorry, guys. Oh. That needed to check something because I thought there was a motion, because I'm paying attention to my front door, like I said, because I have to. There's a couple deliveries coming today. The most important one is my cat's something from my cat. Where's the cat cam? I can't do that because I need to have. Well, one, I don't have an iPhone, so I'm not using that kind of tracking for my. Not using that kind of tracking. Oh no. Internet, please. Internet, please come back. My internet is... Oh no. But yeah, internet's having some issues, so... I don't have an iPhone, so I can't use that separately to get tracking for my VTuber model. I use a webcam. So if I did have an iPhone, but I'm never getting an iPhone, or I can just buy some used iPhone probably. What I have to do is I use a webcam, so I can't use multiple webcams. And I can't have a cat cam also because my cat just goes wherever she pleases, and I can't I can't pull I'm not gonna be a dick like Hassan Piker and force my pet to stay in one place with a shock collar. Fuck that guy. I'm still surprised he hasn't gotten his dog taken away from him. Okay, but yes, back to the miniatures. Good job on that Battle Bolter. Next up we have Misfit with some Crew Talks Rampagers. How do you get feedback? Okay. So let's see. I think you might have gone a bit heavy on the speed paint or the contrast paint on the Crew themselves. 9,000 volts in the next is crazy, yeah. You know what? Become Lord of Lightning. Let's see. So, yeah, I think you might have gone a bit too heavy on the contrast paint. Because I do see coffee staining. Maybe you can go back with the if that's not white paint, maybe you can go back with the original color and like fix it. Hello, Mudkip, how you doing? Nice shade of blue. Yeah. So I like the blue on the big Crew, like the Rampager, I think is what it's called. That looks fine. The contrast on that is fine. It's just I've noticed this a lot in the photos too. I think the photos are fine. I've noticed this a lot, but whatever contrast color this is, because I know that that Rob Zilla uses it, I think. This one, for some reason, likes to coffee stain a lot. I'm not sure which contrast paint it is, but it likes to coffee stain a lot. What contrast paint is this, Misfit? Proxiger. Because then I know which one to avoid it. Nazdrag? Ah, okay. So just avoid that contrast paint then. Honestly, I'm pretty sure too, just like putting Lamian medium in the contrast paint would also help too. That might help because then it won't like coffee stain as much. But other than that, I like the way these are painted. Did a good job with the speed paint on the things, and also the little dots too look pretty good. It's just, again, the actual Crew needs to be fixed. Or water. I find like Lamian medium works better because then it flows a little bit better. Water sometimes has issues with it, so I just prefer using Lamian medium because it's just paint medium. Or just using paint medium in general. It doesn't have to be Lamian medium. Yeah. But yeah, these are looking pretty good. Faces are pretty good. Just the only complaint I have about these really is just the Crew Riders with the coffee staining, all because of that contrast paint. And the pictures are just fine too. Didn't mix negative with flow improver. Oh. That's weird then. I think you just need to like water is free though, yeah. Probably you just need to go a little bit thinner on it and don't need to do as heavy with the contrast. Yeah. Hello, Murph. How you doing? Okay. So let's see. Yeah. Very good. Thank you for sharing.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, next up we have Nemesis. Finished the Flayed Scrubber Destroyer. Rested because playing discourages the conflict from carrying, blah blah blah. Help us use the stream. Critique and feedback wanted, please. Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure what they did for the skin, but it looks... I think this is one of those issues with the primer, because I could see like a kind of bumpy texture on it. Did you just do a copper primer? Like, what did you do for this? I gotta ask. Community instead of Discord? Sure, I guess. The skin on the blade feels weird. Just, I think the skin in general, because it, like, warm it up beforehand. Yeah, you have to warm up your primer can. Yeah, the skin, dirty down rust for the skin. It's milliput crate. Okay, so dirty down rust. I wouldn't use milliput for skin, honestly. You should probably use green stuff because it can be smoother. Is my critique for future reference. Try green stuff instead if you're gonna like make skin. Neck on blade, not let skin sit. Yeah, that too. It would burn off. Yeah, when you're using primer, generally you want to warm up the can a little bit and shake it. Because if you don't, what happens is if you have a drastic temperature change, like say you have the can stored at room temperature, and then you go to like a cold environment or a really warm environment or a humid environment. If it's really humid and warm, what'll happen is like before the primer actually hits the miniature, it will pick up some moisture from the air. And if it's too cold, it'll like shrink and also cause like it'll somewhat, well, also if it's too hot, it'll actually start drying before it actually gets to the miniature too. So that's how you get some like like the texture on it of like being bumpy. If you prime it too hot. If you prime it too cold, it's not even really gonna dry correctly too. You get bumpy texture if you don't put it in warm water, yeah. You use PVA to make strings and patches, wait for it to set, then peel it off and use that for skin. Yeah, that too, that's another thing too. Elmer's glue will work fine. Elmer's glue works just great. Though if the water is too hot, it's gonna explode. Yeah, so you don't want to use hot water. Use like warm water, like lukewarm water. For that. Okay, but yeah. So I can't really tell where the dirty down rust is because it kind of looks like it's blending into the miniature. Although I can kind of see it right here. So maybe I would go a bit like a little like, yeah, again, less is more with the dirty down rust. The skin use maybe I think you would have went a little bit too heavy with the blood for the blood god too. Rusty beast, yeah. So it doesn't work properly like those warriors that walking can't shoot because the taste is too damaged. Those that aren't really finished. No. So for show us what you got, show us what you got is supposed to be like, I prefer 90% finished miniatures. So if it's not based, for the most part, it's fine, I guess. But like, show us what you got. I prefer them to be finished because then we can actually critique them. Fade ones don't have phase weapons. Distorted metal, okay. But yeah, so maybe do something else for the skin. That would do. You should have probably gone easy on the blood texture too. Went a little bit too. It's a bit too much. Facing is cringe. Tell that to GW. Use the AK corrosion texture paint for the rest. Okay, so I wouldn't. If I were you, I wouldn't really mix the two. I would use one or the other. Middle one to get critique on just the blade. Is it finished or is it just the blade? Because if it's just the blade, what you can do is you can post it in what you're working on, because that gets looked at every stream. And I just do it there. The blade is finished. I'd prefer if the entire mini is finished. Are those that accepted the gift? I can't even pronounce it. Anyone can be played. Okay. Okay, yeah, it looks pretty good.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, Munkai. Feedback and critique on a real stinker. Okay. So let's see this guy. Okay, so I gotta ask, do you have a cat? Because there's a lot of little microfibers and it looks like hairs on this. Oh, it's cringe because back in, what was it, the start of 9th edition or 10th edition, they made it so if you like, you can't have just like a black base anymore. Like it actually has to be based, because then you get 10 points when you play. Can finish those ones with all post match when that was done. Okay. Yeah, if you have a cat, you might want to make sure there's no cat hairs on it when you paint it, because I can see cat hairs. But other than that, this looks like a pretty good miniature. Maybe highlight the face a bit more. The metals look good. The texturing looks good on it. Maybe a little bit of texture paste also on the base. Like base looks good though. Yeah, I know. Some tiny details like hair and the hell cooked from my community submission. Heh. Yeah, this is a good looking miniature. Looks pretty good. There's not really much I can critique for it, but like maybe I would say some highlights here and there on certain areas, because certain spots do look flat. But again, this is a Death Guard miniature, so it's fine. Maybe a wash on the cape. No, the cape already has some wash on it. Cape has some wash, I think, because I think doing more wash would make it look not as good. The back cape, yeah, no, the back cape has wash already. I can see it there. The back cape looks fine. Maybe a bit of highlights like of silver on parts of the metal, on the metallics, just to make them pop, and maybe a very, very thin highlight on areas of the green armor that aren't like, excuse me, that aren't on the shoulder pads, unless you want to do volumetric highlights. Yeah, certain areas I would highlight some of the metallics too. So highlight the metallics a bit more to be a bit brighter, like on certain areas on the little 3, whatever the heck those are, popping out. Show a little cape in it. But I mean, yeah, this is a good miniature. Just maybe a few more highlights in certain areas. But it looks good. It looks very good. I like it.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, we got one more. This is from Mortar. So we have Gazgul. Newer to painting minis, critique and feedback. Welcome. Getting my Orcs army ready for 11. Good time to start then. Very good time to start. Okay, so let's look at this Gazgul. I see what Nemesis posted, and I'm kind of trying to contain my laughter, because it's very funny. Okay, let's see. So you can tell you use speed paint. It looks pretty good for using some speed paint. So let's see. Base is pretty good. You did a good job with the metallics. Highlighting is looking pretty good too for just starting. Feels very bright, but that could be the lighting. What, for this guy? Yeah, the lighting is bright. The lighting can be toned down a little bit. But I mean, it's a black miniature, so you kind of want it to be a little bit brighter, but maybe the color temperature could be a tiny bit less. Horns look pretty good, although I can see where you did another coat. So if you're going to do that, you want to wait for it to dry and then do another one and make sure you get the exact same spot where you started. Yeah, for just starting, your highlights are looking pretty good. They're not too chunky. You're thinning your paints down appropriately also, which is really good. Leg cloth feels flat. Which leg cloth? Oh, yeah, right here on the inside. I mean, maybe a little bit, but there's also areas that need to be cleaned up too. That's another thing, is cleanup. So even if you're or wet blending with it, well, they're just starting, so I wouldn't do wet blending just yet. So I know they're just starting, but a good piece of advice for a large model like this is try and make it in sub-assemblies. Or later I'll post some more. Or these madness. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, after we get to this last one, unless someone posts another thing that hasn't posted anything yet, like that's when we're gonna be done with stream, and then I put a separation for next week. Loincloth was just speed paint, so definitely good feedback. Yeah, so I mean, it looks fine. What you could do is you could like get a little bit of another color to give it a little bit of highlight. Post it in the community tab. Okay, I'll look at that. So you can highlight that a little bit with a little bit of brighter red, because I see you did do highlights on the black armor, which is good. You can get a red highlight because then you can highlight the red right here too. And you also see you attempted to do, I think, checker marks. You attempted to do it, and it's a good attempt, and it's Orc, so yeah. You also did a pretty decent job on muzzle burn too. But for muzzle burn, what you want to do is you also want to have it going a bit more. Where's the music? It just stopped. A bit more down the barrels too. It's just not going to be focused on the front of it right here. It's going to be a little bit more on this, like right here. But you did a good job with the muzzle burn too. Flying out of the... Also, where are the bullets flying out of the gun? I don't know. Checker marks or chunky need to rework. Yeah, so just if you can get a... This is just I recommend for anyone that wants to do better with highlights or like freehanding. Get a real... Like a what is it? A sable brush or just a brush that's real hair. Because those work a lot better. They hold the point a lot better. The highlight lines are going to be a lot more consistent. But your Gazgul looks really good. Especially for just starting. You did a good job. Okay, the next step we have a Squig Rider. Okay, again, yeah, this is a good miniature. You're doing good for just starting. Paints are thin enough. Did good with the contrast paint too. Oh, right here. You probably don't want that to be like that. That? No, cat's still sleeping. I thought I saw my cat out of the corner of my eye. But yeah, you want to make sure that this is... You don't want to have like any of your base coat, original base coat showing. Because you probably primed this white, right? So you want to make sure none of the original base coat is showing. So you probably should have made sure you got a little bit of contrast in there too to darken those down. Good job with that. But yeah, this... Okay, so you're fine with the pink highlight right here around the mouth. Because like, that kind of makes sense. I wouldn't use the pink highlight like on the skin folds or anything like that. You want to get a highlight that's a little bit brighter than this color. So maybe have a cat so they left some presents for your minis. Yeah. Looks painted over. What is it? I'm not sure. Is that Blood Angels red? Is what you use? Do you know if you use Blood Angels red for the color? For the contrast? Because if that's Blood Angels red, you can maybe go back over it with... I'm not sure. Maybe Mephiston might be bright enough, or Evil Sun would work. Because I feel like Evil Sun Scarlet's a bit closer to this red. White seems to be intentional. I'm not sure. Blood Angels red, yeah. Okay, so if you wanted to use highlights, you're fine using the pink around the mouth. For other highlights on the skin folds, you should use either, I think, Mephiston red or Evil Sun's red is what I use. Because I think I have a miniature where I did that. Let me find it. That's a picture of my cat. No. Where's that one that I just had? Where it was... Huh. I might... Oh, no. I might have one, actually. Let me go through my minis and I can show you. Let's see. That's an old one. That's not speed paint. That's not contrast. That's where I had one. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Let me find it. If I can just... I had a media source in here that I could use. I guess I don't. Let me add one. Image. Browse it for my miniatures. Where is that one? Here we go. Where the fuck did it? Did I not hit? I didn't. Whoops. Okay, so here we go. You can kind of see it right here. That was done where well, actually, I didn't use I didn't prime it white. So what I did was, I painted it red. So I painted it Mephiston red. I coated it with Blood Angels red, and then I went back and highlighted with Mephiston. And to do the eye on the squig without fucking it up was impressive. Tip my hat to do. Yeah. So yeah. You can see how the color is kind of similar to the pink, but it isn't. So what I did was, I just used the contrast, and then I painted the original color over it. So yeah, you want to make sure when you're doing highlighting, you want to make the colors so that way they're it's appropriate for where it should be. Like I said, the mouth, you're fine using the pink because that could be just how your lips, how they're brighter in some areas. So that's fine. But for the folds, get a different red color is what I would do. So like I said, I recommend Mephiston red and Evil Sun Scarlet. Those are really good ones to do. And yeah, you did good. You did do a really good job on the eye. The Orc is a bit rough. His eyes are a bit rough, but again, everyone sucks at painting eyes. Everyone says, oh, I can paint eyes really well. They're lying. Everyone sucks at painting eyes. We fuck it up a lot. Okay, so we got this. Yeah. Very good job. You're doing good for just starting. Give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing really good. You're doing a lot better than some people that just start. You have a good grasp of the basics down.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, let me hide this. And then I gotta open up another tab. Where is that one? Let me hide that. We can look at a few more miniatures. This one is just... Ickbard would give you shit for the thing being outside of the base, but I feel like he gets a pass because it's fucking hilarious. Go community tab. Okay. Posts. Community. Okie dokie. Now zoom in. I can't open these. I can't open these any further, but whatever. Okay, we'll look at Murphs first. I'll give it a like. But yeah, also you guys, if you want to too, if you're not in the Discord or you don't want to join Discord, you can also post these in the community section of the YouTube channel. Because I do go and look at that stuff too whenever people post it. I go back and look at it. You can post stuff in there. Yeah, okay, let's look at this tank. Dice out eye. Let's see. So tank is looking pretty good. Weathering looking pretty good too. There's not really much I can critique about this though. Oh, there's that miniature. Okay, so for the tank, there's not much I can critique. What a tank is that? The Baneblade? Yes, this is a Baneblade. The tank, there's not much I can critique. He actually did a good job on the lenses too. Those are good. Lenses are good. I can kind of see the sides. So those are good too. Yeah, this is the tank. There's not much to critique. You did a good job on this. And again, if there's not much to critique, that's honestly a good thing. Okay. Then we get to this guy. He needs some work in some areas. He went, I think, a little bit too heavy with the rust color in some areas. Because that doesn't look right. And then the highlights are a bit too thick. I'm not really a fan of when GW puts highlights on the inside of the pauldron. I honestly think that's unnecessary. Did a good job with the lenses, though. Those look pretty good. Oh, another tank, too. Okay. How many photos are there? Okay, I think this is Chimera. This one looks pretty good, too. You did a good job with the camo pattern. I like that. It's somewhat random. Looks good. You got muzzle burn, too. House. Okay. Okay, Commissar, he's rough. But the tanks are looking pretty good. You're doing a good job on the tanks. There's not much critique on them. Then the Commissar is a bit rough. I think you need to thin your paints down a bit more on him. The base is fine. Paints need to be thinned out a bit more. You need a little bit of highlights in some areas. But those are fine. And we're getting multiple miniatures. Jesus Christ. Okay, there's that many left. Okay. Custodies. Your Custodies look pretty good. I would maybe highlight their gloves a bit. Highlight the gloves. Those look pretty good then. And maybe the crest is fine. He's a metal mini. Yeah, yeah, it's fine. And I mean, I know it's like an older mini, but I'm saying it could use some highlights in some areas. Because it's looking a bit flat. Paints are pretty thin. Okay. It's just looking a bit flat in some areas. Like the gray coat, the coat is fine. It's just the red could use a little bit of highlights, in my opinion. But it looks fine. Your Custodies are really good too. You did a really good job with your Custodies. I like them. Looking perfectly, yeah. Good with an aged gold. Yeah. Custodies are real good. These guys are also looking pretty good too. I would maybe... So, for washing the cloaks, maybe go a little bit lighter on the wash. Because you're getting a little bit of copy staining and variation in the color. So, thin it down or just don't go as heavy with it. But these guys look pretty good. Again, put some highlights in some areas. And these will look just fine. So you did good. Overall, your miniatures are good.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, and then finally we have the last miniature, and everyone's gonna laugh when they see this, and I've been trying to contain my laughter because it's funny. We have from Nemesis, critique for this, please. I like to do dumb stuff like this one whenever I have the time. Also dinner time, so if I watch your judgment then I'll go eating. Yeah, this is hilarious. 6 of these guys do. Okay. This is just great and very creative. Ickbard would give you shit for it being outside of the base footprint, but I feel like he'd give it a pass just because it's funny. Like, this is something really funny. I like it. Because then you also don't have to do the base, too. Because all of it's just, like, one of the Gmod missing texture errors. No source error, yes, from any Valve game, for that matter. Any Source Engine game. Or just any game any game that has missing textures and an error. It's hilarious. I love this. This is very funny. If we want to get like very into it for critique, Trazen stole the CS:GO source code. Really get into it. Just the checkers aren't as uniform, but I mean, the entire mini is just one giant checker pattern, so I'd honestly give that a pass. But yes, very, very funny. Very funny. I mean, maybe what you can do is you can get a purple contrast paint and maybe just like recess shade is what you can do if you want to do that. Just to make it look a little bit, like make it pop a bit more. I think that would be funny, doing a bit of recess shading. But other than that, it is a very hilarious miniature, and I kind of want to see more of the stupid shit you do later on for another stream. But yes, very good job.
I like what you got. Good job.
Yes, we will do this again in another 2 weeks. Where's the week separation? Lucky number 7 is the next week. 7. Also did a war dog like that. My god. My god, man. You're crazy if you did a war dog like that, because that is going a step up from a small miniature to a larger miniature. Jesus Christ. Week 7. So, that is everything. That is all the miniatures for this installment of...
Show us what you got!
So thank you everyone so much for sharing. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. I stream tomorrow. Well, no, I don't stream tomorrow because Tuesday. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Well, every other Monday. But yes, thank you everyone so much for sharing your miniatures with everyone. And also being receptive to the critique and feedback, because I do see the difference when you guys take the critique and feedback to heart in the next miniature you paint. And also thank you everyone for gifting memberships too, and also becoming Twitch subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the hydrate. So I will see everyone on Wednesday. Not sure what time, because I'm not sure if I'm doing something early in the morning. If not, I'll stream it early in the morning around this same time. If not, it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hope everyone has a good rest of their day wherever they are in the world. And I will see you all on Wednesday, probably. Goodbye.